Hi guys, welcome back to the Cigar Updates. I am the Sipukumete, well known as the Cigar Lady, a cigar enthusiast, South Africa's first female cigar YouTuber, and I am back to bring you more great and informative cigar content. So as you'd have seen from today's title of the video, which is titled Cigar Sickness and How to Cure It. So those are basically two segments that we will be discussing about on today's episode. So if you want to find out more on what goes down on today's episode, please do stay tuned and subscribe to the Cigar Updates for more great and informative cigar content. So this is one of the most controversial responses that I get from people whenever I ask them about their cigar journey, whether they have tried cigars before or as to why they have stopped and not continued trying cigars, or why they fear to try cigars. So this is one of the most responses that I get, and is that it's due to that it makes them sick. So on today's topic, we will be diving in depth as to the mistakes that people do that actually causes them to cigar sickness. Okay, here's a disclaimer. The information that we share here on this Cigar Updates is information that we have done thorough research about, and it's also information that we get from people whenever they share their experiences with regards to people. Now, I do mostly that because I feel as if it is much more of a relatable response. So I took information that I've researched about, and I also took information that people have decided to share with me about their cigar journey. So here's another disclaimer. Now here at the Cigar Updates, we share information in a manner that is simplified. So what do I mean about that? I mean, I share it in such a manner that it's so easy and much more fast and efficient for you to understand than actually complicating the explanation of what I'm trying to share with you guys. Okay, so it's information that you can research and find on the internet or do any type of research about it in depth, but I simplify it in such a way that it's much more easier and catchy for you to understand. Okay, cigar sickness is the ill feeling that you usually get after taking some few puffs from your cigar that makes you feel dizzy and want to throw up. We're good with the definition, simplified definition. Well, so you're going to dive onto the mistakes that people do that causes them cigar sickness. At number one, it is the type of cigar that you are having. What do I mean about that? The type of cigar that you are having can be so intense when you're puffing it that it can end up causing you to be nauseous and end up throwing up. And this mostly happens for beginners, whereby you experience cigar sickness through the type of cigar that you have chosen to have. Now in number two, we have the way in which the cigar is made. Now this can cause you to be sick due to that some tobacco leaves could have a trace of pesticides that are still on the leaves, and this could be caused by the mere fact that the cigar leaves have not been aged enough. So this number two is one of the most important factors that I think companies should look into. So in number three, we have swallowing of the cigar smoke. Now this could cause immense illness because it is a huge cloud of smoke that you are attempting to swallow, and it is definitely bound to make you sick because it is not supposed to be swallowed. So that is one of the mistakes that people actually do, is that they, whenever they puff a cigar, they attempt or try and swallow smoke, then end up choking. And that entails to a terrible experience. In number four, the mistake that people do quite often than never, and I know this because I've done it as well, puffing a cigar on an empty stomach. the worst decision one could ever make, especially as a beginner. And it is a recipe for disaster. Now, this can cause extreme damage and can give you a terrible experience, and which will definitely lead you to getting cigar sickness. So please, whatever you do not puff your cigar on an empty stomach. I am advising those who are beginners and still trying to find their food. This is information that I received and that I've also experienced. Please be careful enough to not puff your cigars on an empty stomach. All right? So in number 5, we have the way in which you're puffing your cigars, or the pace in which you are puffing your cigars. Now, this is one of the mistakes that I myself have done numerous of times, and it has caused me cigar sickness over and over again without fail. Now, I'm speaking for myself and mostly for some beginners. Now, the process of taking a cigar for me, my understanding is like more or less having an experience, and having an experience, this is my point of view, all right, that I would have a cigar, puff it, let it sink in, taste the notes, have some whiskey, clean my palate, relax, listen to some good music, have some good conversations, light it up once again, and so on and so forth. But each to their own, according to howsoever one's preference is like. So I believe in taking it like that, which is number 5. One of the mistakes that people do is puffing a cigar at a very frequent and fast pace. Let's go on to my points that I have here with me as to how you can avoid or cure cigar sickness. At number 1, as a beginner, please do ensure, as I think I mentioned prior, please do ensure that whatsoever cigar that you're choosing goes according to your tolerance. So you would know according to the type of cigars you've tried and the research that you have done as to what type of cigars go according to your preference and your tobacco intake that your body can tolerate. All right, it is very, very, very important to be self-conscious whenever you're also taking a cigar. As much as you want to experience and have fun and try other cigars out, but also go according to your current tolerance, gradually growing into something that you will eventually have, which would be one of those strong and darker cigars. All right, secondly, we have got the type of pairings that you pair with your cigars. It is very important, and it's very, very, very important to be cautious as to what you pair your cigars with, because that can also result to assisting you having a bad cigar experience. If you are one person like I am who has less alcohol tolerance, so I know very well that most of the time when I have my cigars, I wouldn't like to have them with a glass of whiskey or cognac, especially if I'm just going to be with my cigar for the whole night, because it'll definitely mess me up. So I'm gradually learning how to, finding ways of how to, because eventually I want to be a pro as well. But for now, my current preferred preference is clean water to cleanse my palate. All right, so please know what you could pay. It is also very important that you actually pay your cigars with something so that you can be able to clean your palate a little and balance your notes, actually assist you with your experience while having a cigar. Okay, now one of my last pointers is that, as you know, there are machine-made cigars and there are man-made cigars. And now, to avoid experiencing a cigar that has tobacco leaves that are traced with pesticides, is that we can just ensure that you buy more handmade cigars than machine-made cigars, because most of the time the mistake occurs with the machine-made cigars rather than the handmade cigars. Because that is all that I have for you on today's episode of the Cigar Updates. I hope you really enjoyed the information that I shared with you, and yeah, we definitely are back. And please do subscribe to the Cigar Updates for more great and informative cigar content, you do have any information that you would like to share with regards to today's topic, please do comment down in the comment section or experiences that you've had with when it comes to cigar sickness and how you went about curing it or avoiding it for your next cigar encounter. Other than that, I really enjoyed sharing this information with you guys, and I will definitely see you on my next upload. Happy puffing. Bye.